All right, you guys. This is Aries for June 2020. So, Aries, there's a lot of arguing going on, or you and your partner are arguing, going back and forth. Now, it may not be the screaming match that you see, but in fact, what it means is that you are frustrating one another with what you want to do and what your partner wants to do. For those of you, Aries, who are single looking for a female, it feels like you need to change up something with your social behavior. For some of you, it may feel like endless possibilities, but it also may feel like not the right one, not the right one. For some of you, you might be looking in a different direction, somebody opposite than what you had previously. For those of you looking for males, and that's male or female, doesn't matter. But those of you looking for males, Aries, it's all about you, but at the same time, you're frustrated as hell. It's like you don't feel like, even with a whole big world out there of people, those Aries who are looking for a male partner, male or female, but looking for a male partner, it feels like you're frustrated yourself, looking at a whole world of people, but feeling like there's nobody there for you. That's impossible. That's just impossible. So what the focus needs to be switched back on is yourself, Aries. Asking yourself, Aries, what is it that you truly want in a mate? Write it down. I bet you never did. Write it down. Write what kind of person you're looking for. Write what attributes they have. Write what qualities you want them to have. Write what income you want them to have. Write, what kind of person, family oriented or not, that you want them to be. It feels like Aries that are looking for males have been struggling for quite some time to try to get that balance, to try to get that feeling. It feels like you might have had a few fly-by-nights come in and out, somebody you might have thought could have been, but you're trying to make something work that's not going to work. You know when you go into these quick relationships that they're not for you, that they're not as good as you, they're not deserving for you, they're not going to help you. As a matter of fact, it could harm you. It could hurt you. It could set you back. Someone could physically hurt you, steal from you. So you must be careful of the clientele that you're entertaining. For those of you looking for females, it feels like the energy there is endless possibilities. However, I do feel like you're trying to compare, a lot of you Aries are trying to compare an old relationship to the new, trying to get somebody to act a certain way or do certain things that the other partner that you liked did. Well, for some of you, I feel like you should go back to your old partner. For some of you, moving forward, but accepting people for who they are. All right, so let's get started, Aries. Why is the arguments going on? What is the arguing going about? Some of you, Aries, are talking to a partner, and this is some of you who have broken up from somebody or maybe still communicating a little bit here and there, whether it's text, email, whatever, even over the phone. But I do feel like some of you are arguing the point that somebody's not getting what you're saying, that somebody doesn't understand you, that somebody doesn't see where you're coming from, that somebody's not getting the point. The reason they're not getting the point is because they're not hearing what you're saying. Because some of you are arguing, are talking so loud, are definitely yelling in their face. So nobody's going to hear you when you're hollering. Nobody is going to respond to you when you're hollering. For some of you, it is the bickering back and forth. It is what you're trying to make feel so important, this conversation, this subject. It is not. You're trying to make something. Thank you, Swigs. Thank you, Squigs. It's something that you're feeling in a different manner. Infinity, I got you. I got your answer for you. I'm going to answer you on here in just a moment. So what I feel like is, and thank you, Squigs, for telling me about it. Okay, so what I feel like, Aries, is that they're not hearing what you think they're hearing. They're hearing all this other rah-rah stuff, but they're not hearing what you want them to hear. They're not seeing what you're saying about it making you upset, or something making you feel insecure, or something making you feel unstable, or something making you simply unhappy. They're not hearing that because of the way you're saying it to them. You need to slow something down, Aries. And if you're wanting your partner to respond to you in a certain way, you must, in fact, respond to them that same way. You must open that door of opportunity for them so they can be expressive to you and say exactly how they feel, so that they can offer or put out there an invitation, an opportunity. Some of you have played these mind games back and forth. Some of you have Maybe it's with a coworker, maybe it's with a friend, but you've flirted back and forth, but it's going nowhere. Got nothing to show for it. Got absolutely nothing to show for it. But it feels like, if something changes up, if the way that you respond to them or the way that you approach them, if that changes, you're going to find some stability coming in, because I got nothing but love, love, and love. So, Aries, you are, in fact, a fire sign. If you are interested in a water sign, a air sign, or even another fire sign, it feels like the balance is right there. The balance is right there. You have to be willing to stand up for it. You have to be willing to fight for it, but you also have to be willing to speak up for it, but not speak out so loud, but speak up for it. Okay, Aries, in June, there's a lot of things that are going to come. There is a lot of sexual attraction coming. There's a lot of intimacy coming. There is definitely roles and roles, but you already know how to do that. Okay, this person that you've been with, it's like a book. You've read it before, so it's going to read the same way. It's like a bicycle. You rode it before. You're going to ride it the same way. So what I want you to understand is, if you go back into this situation, some of you, again, back with your ex-partners, if you go back with them and you do all the same things, you already know how to be intimate in the bedroom. You already know how to flirt and joke around. But what you don't know how to do is communicate. So if you don't fix that part, but you try to skip and jump and go to the next part, guess what's going to happen? Yep, that's right. Because you're not building up from the foundation. You're picking up where you left off. Okay, we were intimate. That's what I want back. I want their attention. I just need their attention. Well, then you don't need a partner. You just need a sex partner. You just need somebody to have a good time with. You don't need a spouse. You don't need a husband. You don't need a wife. You just need fun. That's all you need. So figure out what it is you're trying to get. And then realize that you got to do this kind of work to get that result. You got to do this kind of work to get that result. So which result is it that you're looking for? Which result is it? Because you're playing a very foolish game the way you're doing it. Your words are saying, I want this, this, and this. That's all about intimacy, relationships, sex, and whatever. But your mind, you're saying to other people, to me, to everybody, that you want the relationship. You want the happily ever after. You want the trust. You want the values. That don't come. You're not balanced. The energy that you're trying to put into this situation is not the same energy you're putting in this one. Sit back. Quiet your mind. Be still. Be still. Don't turn your back away on cups that are going to be offered, on love that's going to come offered to you. They're hanging around and they're waiting. They're waiting to see the other side of you. They're waiting to see not the childish side, but the mature side. The side that wants to move forward, the side that wants to be that husband or that wife. They're getting very frustrated with this going back and forth. It's not what they want. They're not looking at you as a sex object, or you're not looking at them as a sex object, whoever that is. They're looking at you as future. But the words or things that are coming out aren't showing future. They're showing the here and now. Let's just have a good time. You're going to get what you ask for, so be careful. Be careful, Aries. You're going to get what you ask for in the month of June. For some of you, you need to look at something a little closer. You need to look a little closer. You need to identify. Did you want the green grapes, or did you want the red grapes, or did you want the black grapes? Which grapes do you want? You have to be careful. You have, with the pentacles around, you have the blessings there. You have the love there. You have the attention from this person. You have it all. But you're just not putting it in the right categories where it belongs. For some of you, you've been down this path before over and over again, and you're going down it again. And you're going to go down the path the same way that you've always gone down it. It's time to stop and take a lesson from the universe. Take a blessing from the universe that wants to show you that you can organize this and illustrate this to be something if you just focus on what you need to do, Aries. Focus. Otherwise, everything will stay in a disarray. Your outcome you want is a celebration, correct? Your outcome you want is that family. So if that's what you're looking for, turn around on your path, because right now you're looking at fire. You're looking at lightning. You're looking at a huge pterodactyl That's what it looks like to me, a pterodactyl. You're looking at something that is going to swallow you up. You're looking at a situation that's going to leave you blinded, make you not understand. You're going to feel like, I don't know what happened. I don't know why I'm still here. I don't know why I feel stuck. I don't know why nothing's moving. Well, I just told you, rewind back, listen again. Listen again. Because for the month of June, you can have what it is that you desire, Aries. You can have it. If you lay your cards out on the table right, if you make the offers and the opportunities for your partner to be attracted to. For some of you, it may be your Bible that you need to read. For some of you, this person you may be dealing with may be religious, may be trying to follow things in God's ways. Maybe you're trying to jump and get to another level and they're not trying to go there right now. It's important for them to heal as well. They have their own journey that they've been through, and there's a reason that they're trying to do this. There's a reason that it's keeping them safe. But where this goes at, Aries, is for a lot of you, once you get yourself back on track, it doesn't have to go bad. It doesn't have to be negative. It doesn't have to be a heartbreak. It doesn't have to be your journal and writing about we broke up again. You can create this. You understand? You have the canvas in front of you. What you decide to put on that canvas is the way that it's going to come out. Some of you, a relationship's going to end because, you know why? Because you're stubborn. Because everything's your way, because you want to be spoiled, because it's all about you. No, guess what? It's not. When you finally decide that there's two people that got to be in a relationship together, there's two. Not one, but there's two. So you have to make amends for each other. You need to complement one another rather than try to act like you're on different teams. You're supposed to be on the same team. You're supposed to be working toward the same goal. But if everything's all about you, you might as well go be in your own relationship by yourself. That's all I can tell you. Go in it by yourself. For some of you, you may want the freedom to just be by yourself. You don't want to be bothered anymore. But for some of you, you want to cry and moan that your relationship's not good. Things aren't happy. They don't act right. This, then this, and this. You can point the finger at everybody else. But the problem is when you point the finger, I'm pointing, but I got this one. I got this one pointing back at me. I got these four pointing back at me. So guess who the one is really should be pointed at? Yourself. Yourself. Own your shit and then cry later. Own your shit. You're the best boyfriend or girlfriend there ever was? Really? So you put everything you had into that relationship? You were very compromisable. You definitely weren't argumentative. You definitely didn't try to take control of something. You didn't try to treat them as if they were your prisoner instead of your partner. Or you didn't treat them as if they were your child instead of your spouse. Own your shit. Don't come to me for answers if you can't own your shit, Aries. So here it goes. Aries, decide what direction you want to go. Did they go that way? Or did they go this way? Which way? Only you can decide which way are you going to go. Which way are you going to go? I'm just going to find a whole new partner and have the same issues because you're the same person from the last partner to the next partner to the next partner. So if you don't start addressing what's going on here and what's going on here, you can have 100 partners. Good luck with it. Good luck with it. Now, for some of you, Aries, for some of you, I believe you are taking the time to get yourself on a good path. I do believe that you have spent a lot of time meditating and trying to understand certain things. I also feel like for some of you, you have owned your own shit and you are trying to work through it and you are trying to correct things. As you know, we are none of us perfect. None of us. We all, including myself, got many, many flaws. But you yourself too, at least have been addressing them one by one. You're not going to do it all in one day. You've created some of these bad habits over years and years of time. It's going to take some time to get through that. I get it. But for a lot of you, get out of your sadness, get out of your pity, get out of feeling bad about yourself. Pick these cups up. Pick them up. Pick them up. Turn around. Bring them back over to the blanket. Bring them back over where the other cups are. And there's still more there to fill them cups back up again. So there is plenty of love around you if you want it. You need to focus on your target. You need to also become very creative. Figure out how to get next to that person, how to get closer to them. Figure out what GPS you need to get back in their life, okay? Because I do feel like if you're going to keep flipping the coin trying to figure something out, you're not going to get the answers you want. But if you're definitely going to be willing to go through the rain, the storm, the snow, the bad weather, the good weather. If you're willing to weather any storm with this partner, then the love is coming, and they are waiting for you. They're waiting for you, but they're just waiting to see what you're going to do. So it's pretty much up to you on how this story plays out. A lot of you are reaching for something and reaching, but you're reaching for the wrong thing. You're reaching for the wrong thing for some of you. For some of you, I definitely feel like you are on a journey and your life is taking you there. You have been distant from this partner for a bit. I know there was a tower moment that came in that knocked everybody out of reach for you. But through meditation and healing, I feel like you're finally discovering that you're a different person. You have something different now that you're going to bring to the table. For some of you, you may be dealing with somebody who is a bit stubborn, but things are going to be okay. They are going to receive a gift from you, or you're going to receive a gift from them. I feel like you're finally going to be able to dance to that music that you've always wanted to dance to. Some of you have more options than you're able to handle, but I do feel like you're going to pick the right one. You're going to pick the right one, or they're going to pick you. I see that for Aries for the month of June, things aren't all so bad. Work is coming back, or somebody's going back to work. Somebody's going to have finances finally coming back in again on a regular basis. I also feel like there's going to be a lot of overtime offered and opportunities there to replenish your savings that you may have burned up. But I also feel like for some of you, you're still deciding whether to cut ties with somebody or to keep them going or to make amends to this. For some of you, someone's coming in and they are going to make an offer to you. So if you still feel that in your heart that you love them, then accept that offer. Accept that offer, Aries, because in the long run, you will join together. You will join forces. You will meet family members of them as well. Somebody's going to get introduced to family. But stop trying to hold on to something if you know that it's toxic. If you know it's no good, try to move forward. Okay, Aries, that's your message for the month of June. I'll be back. Now, with that in closing, I'd like to speak to Infinity, please. Infinity, your message in reference to clinic or hospital. I feel like clinic would be best now for the next 3 to 6 months. After that, I feel like going back to hospital would be a very good idea. It would definitely broaden a lot of things and give you more opportunities to learn, to expand, to grow. But right now, for now, I just feel like clinic is the most safest and secure place for you to stay. Okay? I just feel like that for sure. Remember to keep washing your hands, and don't touch your face. All right? So with that being said, Infinity, that is your message. Coming back with Leo.